Hello friends, thank you so much for clicking on another video. Welcome or welcome back to Budgeting Over 40. I'm Melissa and it is payday, you guys. We got paid, so we are here to budget. There is $6,059.98 in ready to assign, so let's go ahead and assign this money. All right, you guys, I appreciate you so much for being here. Before we get into talking about or even to assign the money, I do want to tell you guys thank you so much. I have made it to 900 subscribers, and that's because of you guys. So, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. If you're here watching and you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I would love for you to follow along with my journey. I also would love to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025. So please, you guys, share with a friend, share with a family member, and subscribe if you are here watching. So here in Ready to Assign is a lot of money. It's not my natural amount. I wish this was a paycheck amount that I was getting every pay period, but wishful thinking. In this amount, I do have my bonus payout that I have been patiently waiting on since the month of January, you guys. So our contracts was finally ratified. We did get our bonus payouts. I'm just going to jump over into my personal account and I'm going to show you the difference between my paycheck and what I did get for my bonus payout. So the paycheck amount came in at $2,914.71, and that's not a regular paycheck either. I did do 8.5 hours worth of overtime on this pay period, so that boosted my regular paycheck a lot. But the night differential I did get was $3,145.27. Now, this money is going to come in very handy. My whole goal before was to pay off debt, but the way things have been going, this money is just going to propel us or just cover the bills until we get paid again. I'm just going to use it as that. It is a slight windfall that is going to push us ahead a little bit. Before I get into budgeting the money, I do want to expense track with you guys just a bit because I haven't been doing that. And I don't know if you guys will be interested in this part of the video. If you're not, it's okay. You could skip ahead. But I do want to show you, and I'm going to do it in Google Sheets because if I go over into the all accounts, I don't want to have to go through the filters just to filter out all of the stuff that are repeat. So when I transfer money from one account to the other, it shows both parts of it. So what I'm going to do is just jump over to Google Sheets and I'm going to show you how we did and you will see how I tracked it. So let's go. So here you could see this is my lovely expense tracker or my transaction log. This is something that I created for myself here in Google Sheets. It does coincide with my monthly, I guess, paycheck budget spreadsheets. So here, this is going back from the last time I got paid. This is a little bit different of a video because I want to show you guys everything. I want to be fully transparent. I'm not here to hide anything. I'm here to encourage someone just so if you are having a tough time with your money, you can do it because if we are doing it, you guys, anybody can do it. All right. So, and I did get a comment on one of my videos saying I have such high income and I am still in this much debt. Well, when you're not good stewards of your money, this is what happens. So, me in here tracking and having you guys as my accountability partners, this is me staying on top of my money and make sure I'm making good use of the income that we do get. All right, so let's move on. On 425, I did get my regular paycheck for $2,483.77. Hubby did transfer over $1,500 into our joint bills account. The first thing I did was I made a credit card payment. This is to my Discover card for $101. I paid the T-Mobile phone bill for $287.45. Now, you've seen all of this before because I did do the closeout for April, and these were expenses that did fall into April. Optimum was paid for my internet bill for $89.02. Apple Storage was paid for $9.99. Sirius XM for $7.99. And it's best if I do it this way. I did also make a credit card payment to my Apple Card for $50. I sent child support payment. I had to do both payments together for my older daughter for $526. I went to the bagel shop and bought myself a bagel for $3. I went to Speedway and bought $50 worth of gas. King Cullen for groceries for $32.60. Amazon, this was for Amazon Prime for $16.30. And I'm just running through real quick because I really only want to show you guys the expenses before going in to budget the money. Another credit card payment for $3.10. This was two payments together just to get the amount to a round amount. Then I sent $19.52 to savings, sent $25.76 to savings. The first one was for the cars category, and the second was for subscriptions. Then I did receive interest on all our accounts for a total of $3.66. Okay, now to start out May. On May 1st, I went to the Shell gas station and got gas for $20.14. I did tell you guys in 2024 that hubby did apply for his citizenship. He is now a citizen, you guys. So he was sworn in on May 1st. So we did go, it was me and the little one. We went and she wanted some snacks at a vending machine. So there was $5 charge and a $2.75 charge. So I'm very happy that he was able to get that out of the way. Now he is a citizen. Thank God for that. Upside rewards, I did have $13.94. eBay, you guys, eBay. I should put a note over here. This is for new tires for Expedition. This is for our primary vehicle. So I did have to get new tires because you guys, our tires were completely bald. This was not a budgeted amount. This came out of the monies that we had available. So $591.43. Now, to get them mounted and balanced on the car, hubby did pay for that. He was the one who took the car into the shop. He doesn't do the mounting and balance himself. So he paid for that. That's not coming out of our joint budget. So 591.43 was monies that we had to spend on new tires. Golden Pear is a cafe for $37.43. Then I did my student loan payment for $40. Then, you guys, I got cash from my older daughter. So remember this year and last year, she did go away on vacation and used her cell phone that I pay for to make long distance calls. Well, she did tell me last year and this year that she was going to reimburse me. And she did, you guys. She sent $65 for the reimbursement. Now, one morning she said, Mom, what is your Venmo? Do you have Venmo? And I said, yeah. She's like, what is it? So I gave it to her and she was like, check your Venmo, Mom. I paid you back for the cell phone. I was like, wait, what? Who are you? And what have you done with my daughter? But I was like, you know what? I thank you for sticking to your word and for sending the money back. You guys, that money came in handy because we had some stuff to pay for. Next up is NF Orthodontics. I did bring my son back to get his braces on. And you guys, how did I forget? How did I forget? The first time he did the braces, they did do an initial down deposit of $500. And this time again, I had a down deposit of $500. So I had to pay for that. It went on my Capital One number one card, but we did have that, but we did go ahead and pay that back already. Groceries, Gala Fresh for $11.28. Again, at ShopRite for $420.14. And also at a local supermarket for $25. Speedway for fuel for $25. IHOP. So this day that we went to buy groceries, we did go to IHOP and me and the two littles had breakfast. So breakfast was $57.62. And the percentage for the tip was $12.38. I just rounded it out. It was coming in at $11, but I wanted an even amount of $70 to charge to my credit card, so that's what I did. PSEG, this is for the electric for $134. This is the first payment that is at the new budget billing. So, yep, we did have to pay that. Then I took my son to get his haircut for $30 and a $5 tip for the barber. Affirm. This one was something that when I watched the video for the closeout, I realized that I edited out the part that I explained to you guys about the travel that we did in April for my niece's funeral. So some of it went on a credit card that I was able to pay back. So I did mention to you guys that I did get two checks from my job for the dental reimbursement, and that went into the travel. Full transparency here, you guys. I did not charge all of the vacation spending onto a credit card. The reason why I didn't do that was because I didn't want to have to pay any interest on any credit cards going forward. I'm at a point right now that I'm paying the full statement balance on my Apple Card, and my Discover card, which is the next credit card that I have with the balance transfer, that's 0% until the month of January. And then my mattress firm is 0%. So I don't want to have to pay any interest on any credit card, you guys. So what I did was I did an interest free, I guess, payment for through a firm. I'm stuttering, but I did do interest fee payment through a firm for the cost to go to Jamaica. That includes the tickets for me and the two littles and the hotel. Now, hubby traveled by himself because he came back earlier than we did, and we also had a car. Full transparency here, that's why I'm here in the expense tracker for you to see, is that I have 12 payments to make to a firm. So here, this is payment number one. A firm is going to be interest free for the 12 payments. So this is one of 12. It's going to be $415.35. Yes, you're going to say that I didn't put that forth in the closeout. It wasn't needed because a firm is going to be a monthly payment. I didn't have to pay for it in the month of April. So this expense to go to my niece's funeral is justifiable. And this is just something that we're going to have to pay monthly until it's paid off. Now, the whole thing that I'm going to try to do is to see if we can pay it off a little bit quicker because I also want to pay off my Discover by January. We'll see what we can do. We're going to make it work, you guys. And this is just what life threw us, and we rolled with it. So, full transparency, I'm going to repeat $415.35 went to a firm. This is the first of 12 interest free payments. Next is reimbursement for my dental insurance for $1,341.08. Came in right on time, you guys, right on time. Then I went to Empire Gas. Hubby was doing yard cleanup. He needed a gas can filled. So I put $21 in the gas can and $15 in the car. Next, I went to the bagel shop for breakfast for $5. And then I got some money from Ko-Fi. So I have not mentioned to you guys before that I do have a Ko-Fi shop, or I opened a Ko-Fi shop just recently. There is not much on there, but I have been getting questions about the spreadsheet that I use for my budgeting. So I'll show you May for this spreadsheet here. I did share this on my Ko-Fi. So if you are not aware, there is a link in my description for my Ko-Fi shop. Beverly, who is a wonderful supporter of my channel, did go in. She has been using the spreadsheet and she did send me $5. But Ko-Fi takes some money out of it. So I got $4.23 that was transferred to my account. So thank you so much, Beverly, for choosing to use a spreadsheet, but also choosing to send me some money. ENT and allergy is the allergist for both my little ones. My son, who is my middle child, suffers from allergies. He has allergies, he has asthma, and he has eczema. Those three go together. So we do have to go to the allergist quite often to make sure he is doing well. And this time of year, pollen season, you guys, he is suffering. So they were supposed to charge $25 per child for a total of $50. Somehow I only see one charge of $25 on my card. HP Inc. for $7.60. And I did pay my personal loan to upgrade for $629.14. Now, those are the transactions, and I just wanted to show you guys what has happened since the last time we got paid, even though it's including some expenses from the month of April. Now, let's go back to YNAB. And I do want to thank you guys so much for your patience because I'm telling you, I want to be fully transparent here just so somebody is encouraged by my journey, just to show you that it can be done. It may be tough, but it can be done. So even though today's the 9th, the rent has not been paid yet. So let's go ahead and assign 2,500 to that. And let's just go to the focus views. We're going to do the fixed bills first. In the home expenses, cell phone and internet, those are due at the end of the month. So we can skip those. After school, I did take the money out. So we have to put $100 back in here. Child support, I do want to send 263 to my older daughter. Car insurance is due for 238. It's 237 and some change, but when I make the payment, I will come back and log it as is. In the subscriptions category, Peloton, I don't need to pay this. I did pause the subscription for the month of May, so I'm just going to snooze that. And Google Cloud will needs to be paid for $2.16. I'm putting the exact amount because that's what it is per month. iCloud storage, Sirius XM, and Amazon Prime, those are due at the end of the month, so we can wait to do those for right now. Now let's go into the debt section. This is the next focus view that I want to deal with. In the debt section, I already paid student loan and upgrade. I'm going to wait to pay the auto loan, but I am going to pay my lending club personal loan for $1,059.22. And in the credit card payments, so as you can see, there is no credit card interest, you guys, and this is the 9th of the month. And usually I would have to pay credit card interest earlier on in the month. So that's another reason why, like I mentioned, I did not put any of those travel expenses on my credit card that could not be paid back. For Discover, I'm going to put 166. Mattress Firm, I'm going to put 67. And these are the minimum payments on for Apple. As you could see here, there is $415.35 that I took out. So I did assign the money for all of the expenses that were charged to my Apple card, but a firm kicked in and I did have to move the money out. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to zero this out. It's going to put money back into the category out of ready to assign. And then I'm going to go ahead and assign $25 for the minimum payment. I did go ahead and change my minimum payment for Apple. I was saying I wanted to stick to $50, but the way the money is going, you guys, I'm just going to stick to what the minimum payments are. Any extra payment, I will deal with that next. And the other thing is the fact that I'm not paying any interest on these credit cards, I don't know if I want to change my debt payoff plan. That's something that I'm thinking about because the debt payoff plan was to pay off the high interest credit cards, but I'm not paying any interest. So it kind of makes sense to redirect the monies. The only thing is, Discover that has a $5,000 balance on it. I want to pay this off by January. So I think I may be throwing all the extra money into Discover instead of my Apple Card. That's something that I'm going to have to mull over. And if I make any changes, I will show you guys when they are made. So that's it for the credit cards. Let's go into variables and let's assign some money here. So in car fuel, I do want to put $100 here. I do have to get fuel. And I'm going to skip around because I am looking at my paper budget sheet right now. For food, in the food section, I'm going to put, so groceries and consumables is underfunded by $486. I'm going to go ahead and put that all in. Okay, so it's going to give me $428.45. Now, next in dining out, so far we have spent $107.80, but I do want to put an additional $50 here. Okay. All right, let's move into haircuts. I just got my son haircut. This was on the 4th, so he should be good until the end of the month. If not, he could make it into the month of June. All right, so let's move down into self-care. I do want to give myself some spending money. Mother's Day is coming up, and I would love to spend a little bit of money on myself. I'm just going to do $50. I may go get a pedicure. We will see. In health and wellness, no prescriptions. I don't think I have any copays, but I'm going to put the $25 here just in case they send me a bill for the allergist. Dental, I don't have anything. Over the counter medicine, we are good. Now let's go back up into, we're going to go to all because there's one thing that's going to come up in the kids category that I don't have as part of the variable. So braces is going to be due on the 15th. I think I will have to pay another braces cost on the 15th. And I did look again. It's actually $225. I did budget 230, but it's 225. Left is $287.28. What I do know is that I will have to pay, you guys, I have to pay. I do have to pay for summer camp and activities. This is due, I did make a note in here. This is due on the 12th. Today is the 9th. I will be getting, okay, the SSI benefits comes in on the 12th, on Monday, May 12th. So we can wait until then to put the full $300. So I'm going to put $150 here. And we're going to go back to after school. So the fact that I didn't pay anything in after school in the month of April, I'm going to go ahead and put an additional $100 here just so I can take care of April's balance as well. So it leaves me $37.28. No, let's back up one. Let's put an additional, because we have $100 here. Let's put an additional $60. Okay, good. Because what I want to do is I want to put some money into the savings categories. So I haven't mentioned this before. I don't believe I did. I am using my Apple High Yield Savings account, the cashback that I'm getting to fund my subscriptions. So the subscriptions, because it's paid on my Apple Card, I'm going to use that money to fund. So anytime that I do get the cashback, I come in here and I assign it in these categories. So I don't have to put any money in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go down. Let's fund the emergency fund for the $54. Passport renewal, let's go ahead and underfund that as well. Okay. And we're left with $14. What can we do with the $14? Let's see. Defensive drive-in, we could go ahead and underfund that. And the $12.82, I'm going to put it in registration renewal. And that will bring us down to zero. So I have assigned all the money. Like I said, I was using this money to get us ahead a little bit. More monies will be coming in the first part of next week, and I'm still waiting on hubby to, transfer his money over into or joint account to take care of any other bill that we need to take care of. But right now, we are sitting in a good position. I do have an underfunded amount of $2,231.55 for the rest of the month of May. And I think with the money that we're looking to get or we're expecting to get for the rest of this month should set us over that amount. So my paycheck alone should be able to cover this amount. So you guys, that's what it is. I appreciate you guys for being very patient and, coming back and also subscribing. Like I said, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and join me along on this journey. It is rough. It's a roller coaster, but we are doing it. So thank you guys for being here. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye now.